Roofing is not the same in 2026 as it was in 2020. And it's not the same in 2026 as it was in 2024. Shoot, I'll take 2024 because private equity didn't have a stranglehold on the roofing industry at that time, and storms were hitting the coasts, and insurance laws were favorable towards roofers. So I would take 2024 over 2026 any day of the week. But that's not reality. We are in 2026, and a lot of roofers haven't realized that yet. If you're still running your roofing business the same way that you were in 2020 or 2024, your days are numbered. In today's lesson, I'm going to walk through how you need to shift your mindset to become a winning roofing company in 2026. But if we haven't met yet, my name is Preston, this is Results Digital, and we're the #1 digital marketing agency for roofers and exterior contractors in the United States. And at the end of this lesson, if you find it helpful, consider giving us a like and also subscribing to our channel for more helpful content. And by the way, don't forget to comment down in the comment section of what you'd like to see us make next. Now, on to the lesson. Now let me be clear, this is not a political video. We're not here to take sides, point fingers. I think all of us now could point fingers at all sides. This is opinion, but the market really has changed. Let's face it, they were printing money like it was going out of business in 2020. Well, now that chicken's come home to roost. And the market's changed, the economy's changed, and customers have changed. And if you don't change with it, you're going to get left behind as a roofing business. So let's talk about what's changed. What's actually happening right now in the roofing industry, or the roofing and exterior contractor industry right now. What's going on? Well, there's been no major storms. Okay, so that means there's less storm damage. There's less insurance work. Insurance laws have tightened now. You have insurance roofers flooding into the retail market. You have private equity that's going through buying up all the big players and making it harder to compete digitally. And 2025 was a slower year. I think that when the election was over, I think there was a boost to the economy, as there is every year, every time there's an election year. But then 2025 slowed down really, really quick. And it was a painful year, painfully slow. I saw a couple of roofing companies actually have to stop services and get rid of their offices and trim down significantly. In 2026, I don't know, it's just different. Maybe uncertain would be a good way to say it. Interest rates are still high. Inflation impact is still hovering in our economy, and homeowners are spending less. You have labor issues. Whether you agree with what's going on with ICE or disagree with it, the fact is that a lot of labor was coming from illegal aliens. So costs are going up. The youth, Gen Z, doesn't really want to get out and swing a hammer. They're less interested in doing that type of work. Private equity, as I said before, they're going in, buying companies, increasing competition, raising ad costs. So this is a completely different market now than it was before Trump's second term started, before Biden, and before Trump's first term. All right, so across the board in America, we are in a different America now, and it's a real problem. And here's where most roofers are getting it wrong. They're still operating as if they can be picky, as if it's 2020. I can't tell you how many roofers I talk to where they're just doing roof replacements, or they're still just focused on insurance work. Shoot, I had a call the other day where the client only wants to focus on high-ticket jobs. And it's my opinion that that model is breaking. I don't think the economy has a place for it right now. I think that we are in some type of recessionary financial downturn, and you can't be picky about what worked with what worked before, because it doesn't work now. So that model is breaking. In fact, it's broken. And being picky might have worked before when things were booming and the cash machine was generating cash. But again, the chicken of inflation has come home to roost, and it doesn't work now. You can't afford to be selective in a shrinking market. So, what needs to change? Well, I would say that as a roofer, you need to shift your identity to not just being a roof replacement company or just being an insurance roofer. I would say that focus on being, at least at a bare minimum, that you're doing roof replacements and roof repairs. Build a good roof repair business. But then also I would say consider being an exterior company as well. Hey, we handle everything on the sides of the house and on top of the house. That would be gutters, siding, soffit, fascia. If you live in Florida, that'd be stucco. We can do roof replacements, we can do roof repairs, we do residential, we do commercial. Why? Well, that's going to open up your market a lot broader. You're still in the roofing niche, but as I see out here in Texas, right? So I'm from Florida, and Florida is the state of regulation. You have to have a roofer's contractor's license. Shoot, if you're going to do siding, you have to have a contractor's license for that. And it's 2 separate licenses. You want to resurface pools? That's a whole nother license. I'm just saying that Florida is like the regulation state. There's a ton of regulation. If you want to do something that concerns a house, you have to have a contractor's license for that. Out in Texas, it's the wild, wild west. All right? You can be a Dan in a van and a Chuck in a truck. And if you have a hammer, nails, a ladder, and a pickup truck, you can build a house probably. All right? So I think that roofers should look to expand their vision of what they can do. Why? Because we're in a new market. I don't think the days of 2020 are coming back. I mean, think about it for a second. It was 0% interest rates, right? Like, do you really think we're ever going to see that again? I don't. I think that as a roofing company, you're going to have to evolve to change. In fact, in the tech industry, if you're not evolving, you're going to die. You have to shift your identity continually. Think about Amazon. They started as a bookseller. Now they sell everything under the sun. And now I do think that there's a place for the riches are in the niches, meaning it's good to niche down into a certain discipline. But I do think that there's a certain broadness that you can have while still being niched down, and that would be roofing and exteriors. So basically anything that touches a home. And with these more services, you're going to have more opportunities, more entry points into a job. So for instance, a homeowner calls for a roof repair. Well, you can turn it into a replacement. And oh, by the way, Mr. or Mrs. Customer, where your soffits and fascia aren't squared away, let us replace that for you as well. Oh, hey, are you aware that your water is just running off your roof and it's just going down around your foundation? You're gonna have foundation issues. Why don't you let us put in some gutters for you? Maybe they have siding issues. Well, now you just took what was a roof repair and potentially opened it up into a $20,000 job. You could stay busy all year round. You don't have to wait for storms because, I mean, I'm shocked. I'm from Florida. I live in Texas now. And if there's one thing I could expect every single year was that we would have some type of hurricane or major storm. That didn't happen, all right? It's crazy. So the roofers who adapt are going to win. The ones who adapt, they're not going to disappear. And if you don't expand, private equity will outspend you. Take Google Ads. Google Ads was rocking and rolling. Well, guess what? Now it's even more competitive. And you can't go in after the replacement because equity has driven up cost per click, and they're going to outspend you. So you have to find what other avenues in where they're not going to put their revenue. If they're going after replacements, go after repairs. Go after all these little outlier services that are going to get your foot in the door. Because you're not just competing with roofers anymore. So, if you're serious about growing in 2026, you need to adapt your business and your marketing to this new reality. Now, if you want help, we can help position your company correctly so that you can generate consistent leads. All you have to do book a call. The link's below in the description. Hey, if you found this video helpful too, please like it and consider subscribing to our channel, and don't forget to comment below what you would like to see us make a video on next. Until next time, Results Digital out.